All right, so look, obviously moving into the third week here of organized team activities, and then categorizing this as our mandatory minicamp week. One of the reasons the difference between what we call phase 3, and then organized team activities, and then minicamp is there's different time restraints and different as far as in hours of the buildings that we can kind of manipulate and use and utilize. So for us in kind of our progression where we started, I think I talked about this a little bit. We started in the red area, as we saw kind of in practice, we moved down to the red area, working on our red area offense, defense, kind of points, obviously being a critical situation there. Last week we moved into early downs, and then this week we'll move into third down. So you actually start to see, as we build here, a little bit more, football-like kind of mentality. So first down, second down, third down, as we build kind of into the normal game operation, so we can, grow our overall awareness and knowledge of the game. So it's a great week to do that. It's a great week to have extra time so that we can go in from a film standpoint and really study all three downs, how they fit together, go back into the red area, review some of the things that we've done there, and just spend that extra time in the classroom. We also pick up an extra 30 minutes on the field, which is great for us. We can kind of work into different phases of the game, mix in a little bit more special teams, and kind of work on the transition of the game. So great week for us from that aspect of it. We're all, obviously very excited to get going. We'll also have the officials here this week, which is good for us too from that standpoint. So we can, do a great job with the penalty situation, understanding what they're looking for, some of the different rule changes, emphasis, interpretation is always a big one for us as we go through and try to understand what they're looking for and how they're calling the game. So it's another good opportunity for us to have not only the on the field time, but also the classroom time with those guys through the course of the week. So it's 3 days in a row. We haven't done that yet. So that's kind of our next progression to building up to get ready for training camp. Most of our training camp sessions, as it was last year, are kind of 4 days in a row. So we build as we go through the spring and then carry that over into training camp. So it should be a great 3 days. We're excited. We're ready to go.
The lingering situation with Slay and Harrison with their contracts. How do you or the organization resolve it, I guess, without any lingering hard feelings? But
yeah, you know what? We're not. It's nothing uncharted territory, from that aspect of it. So we're just focused on the guys that are here. We're really just trying to get better. Again, we've had great attendance through the spring of guys here trying to get better, and that's our main focus, is to really improve the players out on the field. We'll have, all different situations we deal with from whatever it is, but our energy and our focus right now is just trying to get better out on the field. That's
obviously, but how disappointed are you that they're not here? This is mandatory.
Again, I don't really talk about any of that stuff as far as contract situations or relationships or any of that sort of stuff. So we're just, again, focusing on the guys that are in the building and out on the practice field. Again, I'm just going to keep it as we're just focusing on the guys here, okay?
How much, though, might that set them back, or also the defense and what you guys are trying to do? And secondly, Matt, the fact that they are team leaders or perceived to be guys that should be leaders on this team.
Yeah, again, for us, we roll with different situations that occur all the time during the season. Injuries, guys here, not here, whatever the case may be. So for us internally, it doesn't really affect us. We have great opportunities for guys that are here, great opportunities for people to step up and get better and be in positions to have an opportunity. And, we'll just kind of go out and improve with what we're doing on the field. So that's really the biggest point for us from that aspect of it. It's not anything for us that, is unusual. We're used to having either guys out of practice or not at practice through the course of the season anyways. So we're just going to go out and try to get better with the guys that are out there.
Talking about emphasizing third down, a young player like Travis Full, wide receiver, might really benefit from that. What have you seen of him so far, and what is a week like this week for a guy?
Yeah, it's a great week for him. Obviously, the more we move into situations of the game and understanding the NFL game versus the college game and how that all changes and offense change, defense changes. That would probably be the biggest difference for him, is that the coverage variations that he'll start to see as we work into third down will be probably more expansive than what he was used to in college. And, for him, again, he's got a lot to learn, like all the rookies do right now. They're just kind of trying to absorb as much information as they can and trying to, just get caught up. Obviously, they're out on the field with a lot of guys that have a lot more experience than them and guys that, we might be talking about situations or, awareness, and it might be a 2 or 3 sentence statement that we're going to make, and we're going to move on, and the veterans are going to get it, and the rookies are going to try to have to decipher it, and it takes them a little bit longer. So, all the guys out there are working hard, though. He's grinding away. He's trying to do everything he can to learn and get better, and that's really all we can ask for at this point. But the third down will be critical because it's just a different game than probably what he's used to.
The Hard Knocks situation is just kind of lingering out there.
Sure.
Are you still in the dark from your perspective, and does that frustrate you, wanting to know, I guess, either way, just to prep for it?
Yeah, I have no information. I've been told absolutely nothing as far as that's concerned. The organization has been told nothing as far as that's concerned. So, you know what? I think I've said before too. I think like all of us, we fell in love with the game of the NFL through NFL films. I love those clips, and as a young young guy falling in love with the game. I just understand the history of it and how important it all is. So can't say enough about the great job that they do at NFL Films. As far as we're concerned, though, we just, we control what we control and we just go forward. We're really just focused on the team right now. Like I said, it's a great opportunity for us to implement, to install, and get ready for training camp. Really spend a lot of time on the mental part of the game, the communication of the game. We try to put the players in different stressful situations, whether it's noise out on the practice field, tempo, different things like that try to simulate as much of the game as possible. So kind of worrying about or spending any time other than that is really it's kind of wasted time.
If you ended up being with the team, though, would you have to alter some things and change some things to what you're doing in camp?
You know what? It's a great question. I'm not in that situation currently, so I don't really have a great answer for you. And we'll figure it out when it happens. I probably at that point would probably reach out to some of the coaches that have been on that before and see what they think. But right now for us, again, it's just we'll worry about it if we have to worry about it.
Talking about yesterday, the league was talking about yesterday that they might lower the number of preseason games. Let's talk about it. Whatever. Sure. You as a coach, I changed your training camp regimen or whatever. How many exhibition games do you actually need to get the team ready?
It's a great question. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter, right? As far as whatever they tell us we're going to do, whatever it is, to get ready to go. I think it definitely would change and alter kind of the plan of attack, and I think the league, obviously would understand that and try to help us any way they could. So, whatever it is, there's been discussion for that for a while now. I mean, that always circles through every couple of years, and if that's what the case is, we'll adapt and go forward. So, right now, as far as I know, we got 16 next year, so I'm good there. We're just trying to focus and get ready to go for that.
One of the guys. Great opportunity right now is T. Stabler. I'm just curious your thoughts on
where
have you seen some development in his game? It seems like maybe he's polished up a little bit this season.
I mean, again, for the spring and through the off season, really, to be honest with you, because I would say it started more probably than just what you're seeing right now. It really started after the season. He's just done a great job of coming in and trying to learn the game. Understand. He has a lot to learn. He's still a young player, and he's really attacked that. From an aspect of just going at it with a fresh set of eyes. On the field, I think he's really trying to improve his technique, and he's really trying to play patient. It's a good opportunity for us right now in a non-contact sort of mentality where you can really work on footwork and you can work on the fundamental skills of what we need to do out there, and just focus on the attention to detail to that. And then the next step will be carrying that over when we do finally get pads on and applying the or implementing the physical part of the technique also that's useful out there. So just he's done everything that, we've asked him to do, work extremely hard. He's studying the game. He's in the meeting rooms. He's asking great questions. He, it's one of those things where I've seen that growth from last year where we'd be in there installing or going through defenses. And, he's just taken that next step of saying, all right, well, hey, what if this happens? Or what do you want to do here? What's the leverage look like in this call? Or how do you want me to play this technique here? And that shows just a lot of growth from the mental side of it. So it's been, great competition out there from everybody. It's a great opportunity for all those guys to step in and rotate through. We've got a lot of guys out there competing and working hard. So, all that's awesome.
Why has Kenny Galladay been sitting out this spring so far for you?
Yeah, he's just not ready to practice right now. So once he gets ready to go, he'll be out there again. Just kind of working through his injury situation and as that goes, once he's out there ready to go, he'll go. I'm not going to get into specifics of injury situations for that, but as soon as he's ready to get out there, believe me, he's a very competitive guy. He'll be out there and he'll be ready to go.
Now, when the Dolphins were on Hard Knocks, did you watch it and did you glean any information from that?
Yeah, personally, I haven't watched any Hard Knocks, not 1 ounce of it. Just because during training camp, you're just so solely focused on what you're trying to do. So, I know there's different organizations out there and different people within the organization that there is information out there that you can, get out of those shows, I'm sure. But, as far as me personally, I haven't, not during the season.